Welcome back to Bike Sports and Boats. Today, we're going to take a look at what you should know before you buy a new bike. Let's get started. So the first thing that's on our list, and I'd say one of the most important things that you should look to see when you're buying a new or used bike, is a non-threaded steer tube. This silver-ish part up here is what goes in your frame and the bearings hit and turn. And so, the reason why it's not called non-threaded is because it's not threaded. You stick on your stem, you put this in your bike, you tighten it down. I mean, this is not, and you go and ride. Now, the thing with threaded steer tubes is that they have threads in it. It's a bit more complex. You find it on older bikes and bikes that are a little bit cheaper. Downfall with it, threaded steer tubes, is that they are older, they're harder to maintain and fix, and they're harder to find parts for, which is a downfall if you want to upgrade your fork. The thing with straight steer tubes is that they're a lot easier, like I showed you, to put on together and fix. Parts are easier to find if you want to upgrade your fork, and they just look nicer. Next up is brakes. So on older bikes, you probably would know, is that there's rim brakes. They go on your fork and on the top part of your rear triangle of your frame, and they clamp on to the rim of your bike or wheel. But the more modern thing is disc brakes. Hydraulic are more common on higher end bikes, and there's mechanical disc brakes. I personally know a lot more about mechanical disc brakes because I run them on my mountain bike. And you want to look for a bike that has both disc brakes in the front and rear. Some lower end bikes have mechanical disc brake on the front and rim brake in the back. So if you have a bike that comes with mechanical or hydraulic, they're both fine. You can upgrade them. I've kept mechanical disc brakes on my bike. I have not found a reason why to go to hydraulic just yet. I might in the future, but there you go. You want to find a bike that is mechanical or hydraulic disc brakes. Next up is this little piece. Some of you might know what this is, some might not. This is a derailleur hanger. This is what you should look for. This holds your derailleur to your frame, and this is designed to brake. Now you might wonder, why do I want something that's designed to brake? Well, the thing is, it's protecting your frame, which could cost $1,000 to $50 if $50 bikes come with these. I doubt it. But the thing is, this keeps your frame from breaking or bending. Older bikes used to not have these, and it would just be a part of your frame. And if you were to smash your derailleur, say on a rock, it'd bend your frame, and you have to buy however much frame you have. This kept that from happening. This, depending on where you get this, these cost from like $20, $30. A lot for a piece of aluminum or whatever that's meant to bend. But it saves your frame. Now, on older bikes that don't have these, you can buy a little part that does the same thing, attaches to it. I've seen them, like a cool idea. I might try it on an older bike that we have. But look for this. This, I have to say, is probably the second most important thing you should look to find on a new or used bike. Next up is cassette, free hub, and freewheel. Now, a cassette goes on a free hub. This is a freewheel. Now, a freewheel, the gears are all stuck together, and they have the clicky or ratcheting mechanism on it. This would screw onto a freewheel hub. Now, this whole thing is called a freewheel. It's gears and mechanism is in this. I don't have an example of a free hub, but a free hub is when this clicky thing is attached to the hub, and you put the gears or cogs, you slide it onto that and you lock it down. Now the plus side of the cassette and free hub, sorry, I keep getting them confused. The free hub is that you can put, you can make it single speed, you can go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 speed. You might have to get some different size ones, I'm not too sure, but yeah, they're customizable. They are more expensive, and if your bike like mine has a freewheel, you have to either buy a whole new wheel or buy a hub that has a free hub on it, which I might have to do that pretty soon. But the upside of a freewheel is that these are really cheap. These are like $20, and if they go wrong like this one did, it got some grit in it, you just order one. The one I have on currently has a bigger range than this. It's pretty nice, I like it, but I am thinking about going to a free hub. Yeah, free hub. So if anyone knows of any good ones that are around $30 with a 6-point disc brake mount, please let me know, leave it in the comments, and I will get back to you. Okay, now we're going to move towards the frame of the bike. So, this is called geometry. So, you want a frame that is more of just a single triangle shape. Now, my bike doesn't match this since I didn't really know about this, but I do like my geometry on my bike. Now, we will talk about what a fork can do in it's the next one. But, it really matters on what you're doing. If you want to do cross country or you want to go really fast, you want a not so slack or a cross country frame or XC. Now, if you want to do tricks and do tricks, jumps, let's say you want more of a slack frame or more of a triangular frame. I know Trek and Specialized make good bikes that I don't really like Trek, but that's just personally me. But they make pretty slack frames. Cannondale's more cross-country or trail frames, which what mine is. But if you get one that's in between, that's more of a trail or everything bike. That's what I like my bike for. But moving on, yeah, just look at it. Hopefully it's good. And so now, finally, the last part is, you might say that this isn't a real good selling point, but I didn't know about this when I looked at the bike, is actually the fork. Now, most entry-level bikes come with a SR Suntour fork. Mine did. This is the one. This is a SR Suntour M3030. Now, and they're all most likely a coil fork. Now, forks are pretty easily, as long as you have a threaded or a non-threaded steer tube, you can pretty much put on any fork as long as it matches your axle size and if you know your frame is a straight or a tapered steer tube. Now, if you were to upgrade a fork like I did, again, I rushed it and I got a coil fork, but look to see if you can find an air fork. They're lighter and they're a little bit more customizable, but coil forks are heavier, but I think they're a lot more adjustable, and they have a harder suspension and progression. Well, that's it in the video. Thank you for watching. Please press right down here if you are not subscribed, and like, comment for more. If I can get 10 likes on this video, I'll post another video on this topic, or whatever else you guys want a video on. Quick fact from YouTube I found, only 11% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. It doesn't hurt anything, just press that little button there. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time.